Welcome to another help video from Stairplan. This video is for a Flatpack double winder staircase. When the staircase comes in Flatpack form, all of your strings, treads and risers will be loose. The first thing to do is to put your strings into the sets so they're paired with the correct opposite string. Once the strings are paired, we can start looking at the assembly process. Set up a nice clean level area where you can lay the strings and start the assembly. You'll need to position the strings at the correct width apart so the treads can be slotted in the correct order. Each tread will be numbered, so it's important the correct tread goes into the correct place. You can see the bottom tread on this one has a notch out ready for the bottom newel post. The housings in the string will need to be glued, and you can start with your upper and lower tread and then any intermediate treads after that there. Make sure that they're fully into the housings and everything is nice and square. On this one we've got a winder tread which isn't affected by the newel post, so that can be assembled at this stage. We have a fixing block on the underside of the winder tread that can be screwed to the string. Now the winder tread is glued and screwed into position, we can start preparing for the risers. We need to glue the groove in the tread ready for the risers, and then we need to lean the risers forward so we can glue behind the back of the tread and the riser. Once that's ready, we need to glue and we can deal with the riser wedges. Following the riser wedges, we deal with the tread wedges. You'll notice this shorter wedge, that's for where we have a newel post on the bottom of the string. You'll see when we put this one in, it's important that that doesn't interfere with the tenon for the newel post. So this particular one is shortened off the front so that when it's knocked in it doesn't interfere there. Once the stair is wedged, and it is important that you glue the wedges, it's best to pre-drill the back of the tread where these screws go in, and then they can be screwed into the pre-drilled holes. Pre-boring the timber means that you're unlikely to split the timber. Behind the riser and the tread there are glue blocks. This illustration shows these. You should have plenty of glue. Rub them in well. They can then be pinned and fixed to the underside of the tread. Just make sure that your fixing pin doesn't go right the way through the tread. Next is to do the upper section of the stair. So again, make sure the strings are paired correctly. You may need to place these on a bench if there's a boot string that needs to be lower than the floor level. Glue the housings ready, and you can start by putting in the correct treads. This one will have a tread with a notch in the top corner to deal with the top newel post. Upper and lower tread first here, and then the middle treads. Make sure everything's in right the way into the mortises, all glued and nice and square. Here we have another winder tread. On this particular stair, these winder treads can be placed in because they're not housed all the way into the newel post. Many winder treads will need you to put the newel post on and deal with that in the second assembly process. You glue the groove under the tread, then glue the back of the tread where the riser joins. You deal with your riser wedges first. You'll be putting glue between the wedge and the riser, followed by tread wedges. Again, we have a shorter wedge on this one at the top. This one's shorter off the back of the wedge, and what that's for is to make sure it doesn't affect the newel post. It's quite difficult to try and cut these after they've been knocked in, so it's best to do all your preparation work before you wedge the stair together. Making sure that that's past the shoulder on the tenon. So pre-bore the holes at the back of the tread where these screws are going to go with a very fine drill bit just to suit the screw size, and that will prevent the timber from splitting, especially when you're screwing into MDF treads. Finally, we have the glue blocks. Plenty of glue. Make sure they're rubbed tightly into the corner there, and then they need to be pinned to the tread. The staircase is now at the same stage it would be if it was ordered in its standard part assembled form. Any further help, give us a call 01952 608 853. Visit the website stairplan.com.